flashiness. Some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Wolverines will kick it off to get us underway. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Give to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z. So these are big for the resume.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down. And the Ducks decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Going right to work up top. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
It's complete to the right. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
He'll take it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles.
Oh, he's got some space. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
How nice is it in an offense explosive plays by running the football. You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Got his man on the right. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And there's so many targets to focus on, so many elite playmakers, and they just lost him. They lost the running back out of the backfield. He catches the football, does the rest, takes it into the end zone. What a nice weapon to have on your team.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it away at the 25. Has it back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The give from the gun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these, but if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Calls his own number. Got enough for the first. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, you wonder how this guy is so dynamic. It's because of his speed. You simply can't coach that. You saw it on that last carry.
The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. This time it's complete. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. There he goes. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a space. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Got his man downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
And the Ducks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who could make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive.
Turning it on!
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the 1st period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Caught behind the line. It's Antonio. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This is is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
The quarterback just needs to settle down. He looks like he's just too excited right now. He had his receiver wide open down the field and just put way too much mustard on that throw, overthrowing an open guy. That should have been 6.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
The Ducks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Ducks need to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's complete to the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Tulsa is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie today. We could see a legend born in Chapman Stadium. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to East Carolina. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. looking to fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Michigan. He got a step and just dusted the field.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Strickland. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Complete in the middle. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. And the Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with the lone back. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Keep it on the ground. Smashes ahead. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Trying to get behind the defense. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
On the run, it's Bitonio. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The Ducks want to move quickly. To the air on first down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take the deep shot. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ducks.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Brown.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Got it on the outside, it's Brown. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. The Wolverines come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. He turns that loose down the right side. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. They make the tackle after the... But hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. He'll start this drive going to the air. Unloads it downfield. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Brown. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
And And a great play design here in this type of situation, obviously trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the clock.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Power football with the run. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Right down the boulevard. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Ducks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
At the 35, he's got room. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll try the left side. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Got his man. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Down in tight to the goal line, you saw some good movement up front by the offensive line, getting a push and giving that running back a chance.
They'll try to get the two-point conversion here and make it a three-point game. He'll set up to throw. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead.
And it works out perfectly. The reason they called that two-point conversion was to get to within 3. This is a game going down to the wire, but you'll love the gutsy call by the offense there.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. And the Ducks are in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry-up.
Just going to keep it after the snap. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge, it's a fumble. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Takes a hit as he fires. Connection to the right. Slips a tackle and he's got room. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Michigan, 25.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close there.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
The give to the back. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to throw on 1st down. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Let's go! Let's go! Got it!
Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Brown. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, the running back has it. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. And this offense is feeling it as they off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
The give to the tailback. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a first down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Going to work in the red zone. They can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll leave it with him. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. This is now a 7-point game.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Quick completion on the out route. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 30. Inside the... and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ducks! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Tulsa is in front. They've answered the bell today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 6 over East Carolina. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So here comes the Michigan offense. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the #1. Pulls it in down the sideline. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Knight. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they've got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to fire on 2nd down. They're setting up the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Wolverines. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the fourth. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. On the move, he fires. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
This is an offense that really relies on its running game. On that 2nd down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Trick 9B. Trick 9B.
They'll ride the hot hand. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Seton Hill University, 20.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
Set ready.
They'll try the run. Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense. He's knocked down immediately. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your core...
He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to print the field position with the return.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into halftime, but it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing a turnover. All the momentum on their side, and the offense gets the ball back.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. We'll see how aggressive this defense is with just a few minutes to play. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
The Wolverines have moved it inside the 20. Wide receiver going in motion. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Line is set on 3rd down.
Charcoal.
Give to the running back. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by 7 over UCLA. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on 1st down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a...
Going for it all. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Unloads to the right. With the catch, it's Bitonio. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants a big play here late. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the... And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, there's no quitting this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play, playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
Throws to the wideout. It's caught. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The corners are walked up tight. Looking to throw on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.